Hello, viewers. This is Teacher Dickson, the head of Department Physics, and I'm interacting with my learners. He's going to introduce himself as far as the subject is concerned, and then we'll see what comes out of this.
Hello viewers, I thank you for viewing us. My name is Kiju Kennedy Kenyi, a student of physics in Janan Secondary School, Bombo campus.
Yes, we need to put a few things easier than how people see them. We have a chapter we want to start with, and that is space physics, Earth and space physics. It's a new chapter that was introduced in the syllabus because in the previous curriculum it was not there. So we want to see what is Earth and space physics containing. For example, we have the first concept, which is solar system. We have the second concept, which is satellite and communication, and we have another concept, which is called stars and galaxies. We need to see the solar system. People are talking about what is the major concern of it. The question is, are we alone in the universe? Maybe we are not alone, but if we are not alone, what comes out of us not being alone? Is there another planet that looks like Earth? Are there several other planets that we need to know about? Maybe is there anything else we need to know apart from Earth that is outside Earth? That's what we need to know. For example, how many planets do we have in the solar system?
Our solar system contains 8 planets and one dwarf planet that was recently considered as a planet.
Oh yeah, we realized that Pluto, that was formerly a planet, was discarded to be a planet because of a few cases. Maybe because it had not yet cleared its orbit around the Earth. It takes around 173 years for Pluto to move around the Sun. Now that one means that if there are 8 planets, there is going to be a giant Sun where planets are orbiting around the Sun. And so does this make it a whole thing to be called the universe, or we need to call it something else, the Sun and all other planets around it?
Like I would say that the universe, we are not alone. First of all, knowing that our solar system exists, we should know that our solar system is in a galaxy. This galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy. We should also know that the universe contains an innumerable number of galaxies. Sun is one of 100,000 stars in the Milky Way galaxy.
So we want to be sure that the solar system is a collection of planets that are orbiting the Sun.
Yeah.
So to be sure there is a bigger thing than the solar system, which is a galaxy, and the Milky Way galaxy, and there are other galaxies which have very many stars. So we want to be sure. The Sun now looks to be a star in that way, because whenever I talk about a system of planets, there must be a star around it. That is a good thing. So, for example, can you be sure that all those 8 planets in their order, if they are assembled in order, to start with the first one, which is Mercury, the second one, which is Venus, the third one, which is Earth, the fourth one, which is Mars, followed by Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus, and then Neptune. Can we be sure that there is a planet amongst those where life can be sustained on Earth, apart from Earth? Can there be another planet?
Yeah, because humans have tried their level best to look for life elsewhere on Earth. We know that life on Earth is mainly supported by plants and the oxygen in air. And the oxygen. Humans have come up with manned and unmanned spacecraft. For example, recently, our well-known scientist, Elon Musk, launched the space.
Maybe it was a spacecraft.
Yeah, spacecraft that went to Mars to see whether Mars has standards of containing us with a human species. This would make us a multi-planetary species.
It brings us to a few facts to start with. Because now we are seeing that there are missions that are going to Mars. We have seen the Spirit rover, Opportunity rover, we have seen the Mars Exploration rover. We have seen a few cases where humans have made efforts to go to Mars. Is it only Mars we can think of as having a life-supporting atmosphere, maybe surface nature? Is it only Mars?
No, because Because other planets like Jupiter in I'm not yet well versed with that.
I would think of it in this way. We have not seen very many planets being explored by humans because humans have basically explored the terrestrial planets, and that is Mars, Earth, then Venus, and then Mercury. I think if given a chance, and humans maybe have taken technology to a higher level, and they explore several other planets apart from these they have explored, they can find life somewhere, possibly. For example, can we be sure that in one way or the other there can be life sustained on Moon? Maybe. Because humans have done their best to explore the universe, the solar system, but maybe they have done less than what they can actually do. Okay, leaving alone that, what makes Earth a better option for life sustenance? What makes life better on Earth than any other planets?
As I said earlier on, the Earth mainly composes of plants and the abundance of oxygen, whereby plants carry out photosynthesis that liberates oxygen and absorbs the carbon dioxide.
Can we be sure that life to be on Earth, it's a factor or it's a matter of us having plants and then we have oxygen being liberated? Can we think of it in this way? Maybe. Because I look at this, if plants are on Earth, there's going to be oxygen being produced maybe by a process of photosynthesis and maybe a byproduct. Can we be sure that Earth is a better place to live in because of having plants to give us oxygen and then there is water? I want to think of Earth as being a very, very bad place to live in because after some time you see tornadoes, you see tsunamis, you see. So I don't think Earth is a better place for us to live in if in several cases Earth has tried to kill us. Can you defend Earth? Anyway, I don't think I can defend Earth even if I'm here. Maybe there are a few cases where life can be sustained and then there are some other cases where Earth has tried to kill us. Have you observed that 66 million years back, we had dinosaurs, and then a very large asteroid came and again looked for one planet, and that is Earth, wiping out all the life on Earth, including dinosaurs. So can life be a better sustained on Earth when even after some time we expect other worst scenarios? For example, we saw in the Bible God wiping away life on Earth. I think several cases life has tried to be fought on Earth. Anyway, we consider these cases. Do we think that we are fighting the nature of life on Earth by doing degrading things? Are we seeing ourselves as enemies of Earth, we humans, in one way or the other?
Yeah, we are seeing ourselves as enemies of the Earth because of our activities. First of all, we have resulted to industrialization, of which these fumes, sometimes untreated, are released into the atmosphere. These fumes are killing the water bodies and the plants at large, meaning with time to come on, there will be a state when the Earth will completely be oxygen blocked.
I observe it's a very good thing. Let us compare two planets. I'm seeing one of the hottest planets, in fact the hottest planet, and that is Venus. Now, Venus being the hottest planet in the solar system, and it's the second planet in the solar system, so it's not very close to the Earth as the Sun as compared to Mercury. The problem that Venus has, it has a very thick carbon dioxide atmosphere, creating a very hot environment around it because there is too much global warming, if I can term it, on Venus as compared to any other planet in the solar system. So when Venus receives the sun's rays all over its surface, there is no way they can escape back to the to where they came from. In any case, they came from the sun. There is actually no way because of a very thick carbon dioxide atmosphere around Venus. Can this be a case that is happening to Earth anytime soon? Because I observe that the ozone layer is being depleted, creating more carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in the atmosphere. And so possibly soon enough, we shall receive a thick atmosphere corresponding to the one on Venus. And so we may have another Venus in the solar system. And that Venus can be the Earth itself. So I look at humans as being enemies of the earth, and so the earth tries to fight back by creating diseases, by creating very many ugly things and all that. However, we appreciate one fact. God made us, and so we see ourselves discovering very many other things. Can you talk about the moon? Because I look at the moon also being as a fact of us living there. Is there any one way life can be sustained on the moon? And how does the moon work anyway?
First of all, to begin with, the moon is a natural satellite to the earth. The moon orbits around the earth. First of all, the moon has a solid surface as the rocky planets. And I believe that the moon can also be a life-sustaining planet in case taken in that way.
Okay, so I think we need to address it soon enough, but because it has a rocky surface, and then all other things can be seen later on. But life cannot be sustained on the moon, because if the moon has a rocky surface and then its oxygen levels are extremely low, can we live there? Anyway, possibly soon enough. That has been our discussion. We need to see how to simplify all other facts, and soon enough we shall come back to see how we can talk about another chapter. Thank you.